Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I had full intentions on filming a power hour speed clean for you guys, and then it kind of dawned on me, you can't really clean with me during one of my power hours because they're only like 10 or 12 minute long videos. So I'm trying something a little different today. I'm going to do my entire house from top to bottom, but make it an hour-long video for you guys to clean along with me to see what you can do in 1 hour while you watch my video. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, stick around, hit that red subscribe button if you haven't already, and let's get started. While you go ahead and start that timer and get going on your house, I'm gonna walk around and show you what we're handling in mine today. Like in the kitchen, I've got dishes over here to put away. I've got a full dishwasher to put away. It is 7-Eleven. My mom brought Slurpees, so that table over there is a sticky hot mess. I'll be cleaning that. My living room has a bag. It has an extra blanket, just all kinds of junk, just ignore that. Over here, I made muffins this morning. I have to put those away. That's cake from like 3 days ago, so I'm gonna have to get rid of that and put those in there. Clean this. Oh, it's not that bad, but it does still need a clean, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean my microwave. Inside this nasty little tray, it's just gotten real gross in there. You can see all the salt and pepper spilled, so I'm gonna clean out this tray entirely and wipe everything down, put all the junk on my cabinet away. We have very hard water where I live, so I do have to figure out how to get this thing to clean because I can never get this one part clean, and as well as it drips. So I'm gonna work on that today, as well as organize this disaster. As usual, a house with the 5 kids. I've got sticky stuff all over my countertops, so wiping them down is a must as well. I don't even want to talk about my girls' room, but once again, I will be working in here because when I have Brianna clean her room, you know, this is still what it turns into. But that's just a little bit of the stuff that I'm gonna be working on today, and I hope you might have already checked at least one thing off of your checklist at this point, but I'm gonna go ahead and start my part of the cleaning. I don't know about everybody else, but my kids are obsessed with Slurpees, and every year they love free Slurpee Day on 7-Eleven, and that's what today was, and they just adore that special. They get Slurpees all the time, don't get me wrong, but on that day, for some reason, because they're free, it's exciting. And then all of the surfaces I'm trying to use up the Mrs. Meyer's peony as much as I can, so most of the surfaces in the house today, we'll be using that. You might be wondering, wow, she's really saturating that table. My kids are disgusting. I'm sorry, I will say it. They destroy the food table, they paint with their food, they slam it in there, it gets all sticky and nasty. So yes, I do saturate this table as well as the coffee table when I clean that. I do very saturate it with the cleaner. This tray is just nasty. I'm not even sure when the last time was that I cleaned this out, but then my daughter blew out the candle and kind of tipped it, so it leaked, and the little pink things in there are from the flowers. Declan went up there and kind of like shook the flower and like took his hands to it and rubbed it, so all the little pink things are off of one of these, and they were in the bottom of this. I painted this tray myself, and I never sealed it or anything, so cleaning it, if you pay really close attention, you'll see a few places where I do scratch it and like mess up the paint a little bit from scrubbing too hard. But I mean, that's my bad. If I'm really that particular about it, I'll just go repaint it. It's not bothering me one bit to have these extra little scratches. And you will see me several times today pull out this razor. I love this thing. It came in a kit to clean my glass top like last year or the year before. I still use it, haven't changed out the blade, but if you are going to use this thing, just be careful around your house because it can damage. I've showed you guys the marks on my black table before, but they are really bad now. Like this, my oldest son tried to help me cleaning the table and he was taking a butter knife to get stuck on food, so this kind of happened. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and fill these marks. And on this side of the table, my really bad one is sticking out again, so I'm gonna fill those too. I found this pack of these wood fillers and wood markers and stuff at Marshall's a long time ago. They were like $3.99 or $4.99 for a huge pack of all the wood colors. They work really well. You just dig the filler in and then wipe off the extra and you're good. I personally love these wood fillers. A lot of people might be like, why are you taking that much extra effort? I really like this table. It is a cheap IKEA table I've had for years, but it's huge. It expands like ginormous size, so it's perfect for a family my size for a very inexpensive table. So if every now and then I just gotta fill in these little spots, I'll do that as opposed to spending $1,000 or more on a brand new table that would fit my size family. Right here on the table is where I did the wood filler. So what I'm showing you is just with a microfiber and the same cleaning stuff, I'm gonna clean this spot over again and just show you that there is nothing on this rag. You can still clean the table and scrub it like you always do, and the wood filler is not gonna come off. These muffins are like one of my favorite recipes. They're from the little Harry Potter cookbook. I talked about it over on my Instagram the other day when I made them, and I've made them for years. They are big and delicious. They're just, oh, they're so good. The next thing I'm gonna start working on is putting all of the dishes away, the stuff on the counter and the stuff in the dishwasher. Typically my two older boys will empty the dishwasher and they'll handle whatever on the counter, but I started a little early this morning and it's summer. They were still sleeping and I'm not gonna sit around and wait, so they'll just handle the next load after I do the dinner dishes and stuff tonight and run that load of dishwasher. They can just take that turn. If you guys have been around and watched my other Power Hour videos, it is very fast paced. It's, you know, setting that goal and going for it. And that's what's fun about Power Hours, is you truly see just how much stuff that you can get done in an hour. You're seeing me in this 1 hour clean my entire house. For you, that's not what it's gonna look like unless you're, you know, Speedy Gonzalez or something like that. But you will be surprised with just how much stuff you get done in a 1 hour timer. I love it every single time I do it. It just gives me such a boost, and sometimes I want to keep cleaning after, and sometimes I'm like, no, I'm good, the house is fine. It's all really up to you, but just trust me, try the 1 hour, it's amazing.
It's getting closer to midnight. I try to get closer to you. Drinking courage from my red cup now. I will soon make a move. Ooh, I can taste it. The bittersweetness of taking a shot. A risk worth taking.
I saw this little silver thing on TikTok, so I bought it from Amazon, and I love that, but then this other side is just like a junk magnet. So it's like I have two junk drawers in my kitchen. So I am gonna have to work on that soon, but I just need something to figure out this drawer. And as well as my mugs, I've always been one for the fun mugs and the Ray Dune mugs, but I'm kind of finding myself pulling away from that to clear mugs, and I'm not sure why. Anyone else doing that recently? While you're doing your dishwasher, or if you have dishes to hand wash, go over to your faucet and just look underneath it and look at how gross they get. So go ahead and clean that too while you're in here. To clean the faucet head, you can either use Dawn or Dawn Power Wash or any kind of dish soap that you want to use, and just a scrub brush. Spray it on there, put it on there, whatever you want to do, scrub it around really, really well. Make sure you get in all the little nooks and crannies, because for one, that's what sometimes your water squirts randomly to one side. It's because it's got some soap scum under there built up. So just clean it off really well, and then use your hands to kind of cup the water to rinse it off. It works really well just to splash the water up under there and dip it in your hand, and then the whole thing is clean. Alright, hope you guys are doing good on your checklist so far. The next thing I'm gonna work on is this refrigerator, but I can't do that with the counters all sticky and gross, so I need to wipe down the counters first, and then I can clean that thing out. If this is your first visit to my channel today, welcome. Honestly, this is the first time I've ever done a video like this one. My typical power hours are like 10 to 12 minutes, but it's me doing the hour. This one is for you to follow along and clean with me from the start of the video to the end. It's about an hour and 1 minute in there for you guys to do your own power hour with me on in the background. I love making cleaning videos, mommy vlogs, shop with me, cook with me, you name it. The holidays, I go very eccentric. If you want a preview, go check out my Instagram. It's crazy what I do for the holidays. If that sounds like anything you'd be interested in, please stick around, subscribe, and I'd love to have you guys.
Just for motivation.
I don't like to clean out the refrigerator. I will be completely honest, it drives me crazy. Every now and then my trash goes out on Tuesdays and Fridays. Those are the days it gets picked up. So usually at least one of those days I'll just take a trash bag next to it, take out any leftovers that just need to get out. But I don't really thoroughly deep clean my refrigerator unless I have to. I don't know why. It's just one of the things that I don't like, but I could not hold off any longer on this refrigerator. I will show you a close-up of the shelves here in a few minutes. It's bad, but like even this bin right here, it's just full. I think those are cilantro leaves from like 3 weeks ago. I mean, it's that level of bad. And it's not like there's a gross smell or a funk or any nasty food in there. I do take that stuff out on the regular, but my kids will leave, you know, a jar in there, or my husband will leave a jar in there with like this much food in it or this much drink in it, and I'm just done. I had to get some organization back to this refrigerator. A close-up of the shelves, and you could just see the buildup that happens. It's natural in a refrigerator to have that kind of buildup get in there. Now if something spills, obviously I'm gonna take the time and clean that, but just natural buildup I leave alone. And this jar was my daughter. She just eats cherries by the handful, but she left an empty jar. This is the stuff I'm talking about. I'm gonna use the antibacterial Fabuloso, and I'm just gonna dilute it in this glass bottle. That's what I'm going to use. Now read your product. If you're using something that says antibacterial and you're not letting it sit for the amount of time that the back of the bottle says, it's not antibacterial. And once again, I'm bringing out my scraper. One tip when using a scraper, whether it's plastic or an actual razor, if the surface is wet, it works a lot easier. So you'll see me, I will spray it down first and then use the razor. Every time I use it, whether it's my counter or anywhere in my house, I will make sure the surface is wet. Oh, and don't forget to do the bottom of your shelves too, top and bottom, otherwise you're defeating your purpose.
Walk away from you. Papa used to tell me love should never drive you crazy, but I lose my mind if you don't get his suit. I'm addicted to your love, to your love, your love. I'm never gonna get enough. I'm a sucker for your love, for your love, your love. I'm never gonna get enough. You can end it, say it's over, but I'm never going sober. I'm addicted to your love, to your love, your love. I'm never gonna get
working on the fridge, I'm just gonna interject for a second because this always frustrates me. This thing right here is 18 eggs. You buy eggs in 12 or 18, not 21? Like, what is this about? Make it in an 18 or make it in a 24. Why 21?
Getting out of my control, I need your loving, baby. It's all I'm thinking of. Mama used to tell me love ain't right if it ain't easy, but I'm in too deep to walk away from you. Papa used to tell me love should never drive you crazy, but
This bin in my fridge is for the stuff that needs to get eaten now. Like I've got strawberries already cut right here, so the blueberries and strawberries behind it will get cleaned after these are finished. And I'm gonna go ahead and clean the microwave while I'm in here. So water, white vinegar in your microwave for 4 minutes. And while that's going on that, I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the stainless steel. I have the stainless steel wipes. I will break these things out when I need them. Otherwise, I just use the Method glass cleaner and a microfiber. Because for these, you really have to like scrub it in and then take a clean cloth and buff it into the little cracks and creases. It's a pain, but it is amazing. If you want to take the time and do this, your stainless steel will also stay cleaner and smudge proof longer than if you use just like a glass cleaner or a dust cleaner. These things do last longer and are worth the effort.
Papa used to tell me love should never drive you crazy, but I lose my mind if you don't get.
Now when I use them over here on my stove, you will see me. I do not touch that glass window in the front and on the microwave as well. I don't do those with these wipes because I have noticed that they do put like a streaky sheen on the glass and it takes longer to clean it off. So I do skip that entirely and I will go ahead and clean the glass separately. And then if you are doing your stainless steel, just make sure you open the doors and the drawers and stuff so you can get the ledges, because those get disgusting too. And if you're not paying attention, you'll blow right past them and not even think about it.
I need your love, 'cause I'm never gonna get enough. No, no, no.
If you haven't tried the white vinegar in the microwave, just trust me. As soon as it ends, take a rag and start wiping the door and all the way around that microwave. It just falls off. It is fantastic trick. It takes me like 2 minutes total to clean my entire microwave. And I will take the tray out and take that hot vinegar solution and just pour it on that tray, and you will watch everything just basically slide off that tray too. I do use a razor if I have to. That's only to make the process even faster. It will still happen with just a microfiber and this vinegar, but it is no crap the fastest way I've ever found to clean a microwave. And between the 4 minutes and how long it takes to wipe down, I think the longest it has ever taken me is like 7 minutes to clean my entire microwave. That glass is completely clean, very, very little effort, and then just put everything back and the microwave is stunning. I mean, yeah, ignore the burn mark in the back of mine. That was my daughter in an incident like last Christmas, but yeah, absolutely stunning. Finishing up with the stainless steel, doing the microwave, and I will move to the refrigerator in a few minutes, but you can use the wipe on more than one. Like I use the same wipe for the dishwasher and the range, and now I'm using one on the microwave that I will go over and use as well on the refrigerator. This is the glass cleaner that I'm gonna use for the microwave and the oven because I don't want that sheen, so I'm going to clean just the glass part and spray the rag not the microwave or the range.
To be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my head down if I won.
Honestly, I hate cleaning the refrigerator, the outside. It's the grossest spot. It's where my kids always seem to have the most handprints and goo marks, and everything is on this refrigerator. So it takes double the time when I do scrub this thing down with the really good wipes and everything. It's a pain. I gotta do it, but it's a pain. And as I said, if you're worried about how many wipes it's gonna take to do your entire kitchen, it takes me 2, sometimes at most 3, depending on how gross the bottom of my refrigerator is. It will literally only take 2 of those wipes, 2, maybe 3. And they also do make it in like a cleanser that you can spray on. I haven't personally tried that one because the wipes work so well, but they do make it in that option too.
If I want. Let yourself be free and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better. So much better. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws.
So satisfying. Look at that. I found something that's gonna work to clean it. I didn't even think about it. I just went for it, and look at those bubbles. I just covered it in CLR, so that's all that is, but yeah. Oh man, it's working. Now I just gotta hope it doesn't eat the plastic, but you know, we'll see. And look at all that nasty sludge that was stuck under it. Like, that is just disgusting. Like, the camera's not even it's having trouble focusing on it. It's that gross, just slime. CLR for the win. It looks almost good as new, but yeah, all clean. I was about to leave the kitchen and move on to the next area, and I completely forgot I needed to clean that tray. So I gotta go ahead and do that.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spreading my mind, but I was all out of hope, lost in an endless maze. The emptiness had afforded just like a void, but you.
I've had this tray on my counter for several weeks now, and honestly, I'm loving it. The drawers over with utensils are not as chaotic. Having my oils right here when I'm cooking, it's been really helpful. But now I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with this thing once the holidays come and start piecing my decorations in there. So my brain's already going with fall and holiday stuff. I'm in Florida. It's like 100 to 105 heat index here all the time, and I'm over summer at this point. I'm already ready for back to school with the kids and all the fall stuff and things like that. Anyone else currently just over it with summer?
In your arms of gold, in your arms of gold. It's funny how easily a life can be torn apart. Why couldn't I simply see that I was sick at heart and I am in deep debt? The climb we did was unreal. You made me so speechless. I just can't believe.
All right, I was coming in here, but I decided I'm gonna have the girls work on it first because this is just chaotic. So I'll be back in a little while once they do some of their part. So since that room's a disaster, I'm gonna go start working on this mess and just more living room pickup. My youngest daughter loves bags. They're all over my house. She plays with them all day long. These white pillows, I need to do something about them. I don't know if I need to cover them or just buy new. They are so flat and deflated, and the fake fur, no matter how many times I brush it out with the cat brush trick I've showed you guys, it's not helping anymore. So I either need to replace them or put them in a cover. I'm not sure, but I'm not happy with them anymore. And I'm not even vacuuming my couch because my kids are on it all day long. This pile of clothes, don't even know why it's here. Just more random kid stuff.
With pins and patches, we carry on. Our
And like I mentioned, this table is also getting completely saturated. This one's getting a little more cleaner for a different reason though. I was looking at it today and I can really see just stuff that's been spilled down the sides or places where it's been touched. A lot of dog hair and cat hair. Just every inch of this table was absolutely disgusting when I looked at it real close. On the camera, it looks clean, looks fine. Up close and personal, it was not. Like even one of the cracks down here was blue. I don't know why it wasn't crayon. I'm not sure what it was, but it was blue. Also, fast question I was gonna ask you guys. These cubbies down here, I bought this table because I'm like, oh, that'll be cool to store stuff in. I can't find baskets that fit in there or what color baskets I would put in there. So if you guys have any recommendations, please let me know. The next thing I'm gonna work on is the fireplace and the mantle. As you can see, like right there, it's been a while. Dust everywhere. All the little crevices and stuff are just nasty. The glass needs to be cleaned. So this whole thing is just gonna get a good cleaning.
I wanna be a weekend lover. Yeah, I'ma be the best damn lover you got.
I love my fireplace. I'm gonna go ahead and put that little disclaimer out here now. I love my fireplace. I love having a mantle. I have never really been a fan of the dark wood of this thing. My husband picked it. He said it looked better. All the, you know, elaborate features of it just looked better. I wanted like a white or a gray. This thing with all of these little cracks and creases and designs all over it, it's just a dust catcher. Every inch of this thing, if I don't clean it regularly, it's a disaster. I don't know if I should keep this piece. We've had it now for a good, I want to say 4 years, so we've gotten our money's worth out of it. When I first got it, I used it for photography purposes, so I did sessions with it. So we've made our money on this thing. I don't know if I should try and sell it and replace it, if I should try and paint it. If anyone's painted anything this ornate and could tell me how to do it, where I'm not gonna screw this up, because I have looked online and it looks like I'm gonna screw it up. I can DIY with the best of them. I'm terrified to take paint or stain to this thing just because the sheer amount of details it has. So honestly, I could really use some guidance if anyone knows how to either change this thing up, change the color, or something, because I'm about over it with how dark it is compared to everything else in my home. You can see the tumbleweeds on the floor. It is literally like the wild, wild west in here between my dog and my cat. And those wood filler things, by the way, do work on stuff like this too. There's a dark brown crayon that came with it as well, and I have used it on this bottom ledge of this thing that I'm cleaning right here. I have used it down there several times and it does work really well. So the dark brown fits this like dark cherry wood too. It just kind of all seeps together. It never fails that when I'm actually doing this stuff, my kids are all right there with me the whole time. So they will be running in front of the camera. So I do apologize if you can't see all the time because my son or my daughter. Into the girls' room, like I showed you earlier, it is a disaster. And this can happen in 10 minutes after cleaning it. It's just depending on if the toddler decides she wants to be a hurricane or not. Like in the middle of the floor, those are potato chips. She just took the entire potato chip container out of the pantry, brought it in here, and treated it like confetti. This is just the random stuff that she does. And if you are following along and doing a power hour during this video, this is roughly your halfway point. So you guys are halfway done at this point. This giant unicorn, the big one, I got that when Gwen was a baby. It was her first Christmas. I was using it for her monthly photos. I keep telling myself I'm gonna get rid of it. I can't bring myself to get rid of it. She doesn't have a whole lot of baby stuff and the time from when she was an infant left. So for some reason, I just can't bring myself to get rid of that unicorn. The white dressers and nightstands in this room, I love them, the girls love them. They were kind of a mistake for children because they show everything and they are always such a mess. So this is one thing I do have to clean up with. And here is a mom fail I'm gonna admit to. This little besties frame right here, yeah, that's still the stock photo that came with it, and this was a Christmas present from this past year. Yeah, that's a mom fail right there. And while I'm in here and I'm doing their dressers, I'm gonna go ahead and take out whatever doesn't currently fit the girls, what they don't use, any trash that's in their drawer, like these little hangers. Just start taking every bit of it out. Gwen right now has gone through a major growth spurt, and honestly, so has Brianna and Declan. The older two boys, they seem to never change size, but Gwen has jumped to a 4T almost overnight. So a lot of her stuff, I'll go to fit it on her and it won't go up her legs, or we'll put the shirt on and she looks like she's gonna Hulk right out of it. So I don't know, it was almost like bam, overnight, we need 4T stuff.
Know what I got, know what I want. Boy, don't get me wrong, sure we're having fun, but it don't mean that I'm in love. I like you a lot.
Brianna is 10. She's in that little in-between phase of little girl and preteen. So her dresser is very odd. It's got, you know, body spray and jewelry and all that stuff, but that is not a makeup container. That's got Pokemon cards in it. So, I mean, it's very weird when I'm cleaning her room or when it comes time for her birthday or the holidays, what to really do for her, because she's in one of them in-between transition phases. So it's hard. Plus her clothes, she is a disorganized mess, and no matter how many times I fix this, her drawers have just chaos in there. Drawings and toys and uniforms in all the drawers and jammies in all the drawers. It's just a chaotic mess. But I do try and let my kids be who they are. So if, you know, she wants to keep art supplies in her top dresser drawer and only use it for art supplies, it's her room, it's her stuff. But as long as her room is clean, doesn't have food and gross stuff and calling to bugs and stuff, I'm pretty much okay to let them organize how they see fit. So when I do reorganize this drawer, I am gonna ask her where she wants everything.
To put in the time through, trying to tell you what to do, how to make me fall for you. You should learn that on your own. I'll play cool, cause I hope you pick it up soon, and you know just what to do. Don't you? Boy, just be honest. I know you want it.
The girls' room is done except the beds, which Brianna's gonna do. I'm not climbing and doing all that, so she can make the beds. Bunk beds are hard. You guys have seen me struggle through those on this channel numerous times, so yeah, that's just, no. I'm gonna let these two that are playing on the floor down here, I'm gonna let them handle that together. My husband got home early, and you can see his work hats are just disgusting. I saw on TikTok that you can strip these in some Tide, Dawn, and some baking soda. So right now that's what I'm doing, is filling up my sink. I'm gonna add these things to it, and hopefully those look a lot better when I'm done.
Why don't we say that it's too late for us now?
The TikTok video did not have exact measurements, so I'm kind of just flying by the seat of my pants here on this and just winging it completely and judging based on cleaning other things what I would use in here.
It was best for me. Yeah, in the echo of your silence, I'm thinking more of her. She
Just saying it before you come at me in the comment section. I understand you're supposed to use borax and certain other things when technically stripping stuff. I'm not doing that. I'm just using the thing I saw on TikTok specifically for her husband's work hats. So I'm just going off of that. On to the guest bathroom. The shelves are dusty and gross. The countertop needs to be wiped down, mirror and the toilet. The tub is fine. I'm not worried about that. The antibacterial cleaner says 5 minutes to be fully antibacterial. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray down my daughter's potty chair, her stool, spray down the entire toilet. And yes, I am refilling my Clorox wands because I was out of this bathroom. So I had to go ahead and refill that and scrub the toilet. And then once I'm done, I'm going to let all of that sit in there too, the Clorox, because I believe the back of that box says 10 minutes it needs to sit in your toilet to thoroughly be antibacterial in there too. Take the cleaner, spray it all over the toilet, and just leave it alone while you go clean the rest of the bathroom.
With that girl, you texting when I look away. 'Cause in the echo of your silence, I only hear what's best for me.
Now over here on the sink, I'm not worried about letting it sit for 5 minutes. I'm just trying to clean up the toothpaste and whatever sticky is over here. The sink does always need to be clean because my kids, for some reason, they can't grasp the concept of when you brush your teeth and you spit, rinse it down. I don't understand. And I will go look at their toothbrushes in the drawers and it will look like they never even rinsed it off. So I do go behind my children and rinse off their toothbrushes and make sure that they are clean because otherwise they're just nasty. And I'm still using the Method glass cleaner as well, just because I've used it throughout the house the whole day. I'm gonna go ahead and continue using it with the rag and dust down these shelves. Once I've finished with the counters, the shelves, everything, now I'll go ahead and wipe down the toilet from the cleanest part to the dirtiest part, and this rag will only be used for the toilet and then done.
Who gets the better version of you?
Clothes washing question. Do you put your Tide Pod and detergent and scent beads in first or after? I'm gonna wash the rugs here. I put mine in either time. It all varies on what I'm washing. If I remember, I'll put in first because that's what's recommended. And I think it does help with the pods, you know, dissolving. But what do you do? I would really be curious to know which order you put it in. And check this out. My Bath & Body Works, when I went the other day, was doing a fall preview. I'm like a giddy little schoolgirl that I bought my first fall purchase because, like I said, I'm ready. On to the floors. I have tile floor from my front door all the way back except the bedrooms. Everywhere else is tile, and it's light colored tile. So it shows everything. So what I'm gonna do first is just make sure to vacuum up everything. You saw my Wild West tumbleweeds. They are everywhere. My dog is shedding, my cat is shedding. It's just a disaster. Plus my kids, they are little crumb magnets. No matter what happens, if they're eating something that you would think wouldn't even crumb, they can still make a mess out of it. It's baffling to me, but every inch of this floor, I'm going to vacuum. I'm not there. I can't see how you're doing with cleaning your house while you're watching this video. Hopefully that's what you're doing because it's a clean with me. It's supposed to be motivating for that. But I know for me, if my house is dirty, if my house is like overly chaotic, it makes me a little nuts. It's not that I'm a germaphobe or a clean freak like that. It is that it completely kills any kind of good mood that I've got going, because it's like, oh man, my kitchen's a mess. Oh, that bathroom's gross. There's dog hair all over the floor. There's trash that needs to get out. It starts to really cloud my mind. So I do take the time when it's necessary to clean my house and get all that just knocked out, so I can have that free, clear mind to actually enjoy time with my family at home instead of just looking around my house going, ugh. Now, if you have stuff on your to-do list that doesn't get done, do not feel bad. We all have things that have to get pushed to another day. Give yourself the grace and do what you can, but don't overdo it on yourself.
Crowd, but I only see your face in all the lights. And as the bass keep pounding on me, baby, I really wanna make you mine. I don't really care about love. I don't really care about happy ever afters. Something about you gives me hope. Something about you, yeah.
Vacuum died. And I'm not done yet. Moments like these are why I kept Old Faithful. Time to bring out the cord. I have to admit something. When I plugged this vacuum in and started using it, I was tripping over the cord, and my other vacuum is kind of like heavier than this one. So I was like, you know, pushing it a little harder than I should have. So I was like ramming it into that little white table and ramming it into the wall and not really meaning to. It took me a minute to get reused to this vacuum. I wasn't feeling the mop and bucket today. It's just some of those days I don't want to deal with that. So today is the steam mop, and I'm actually going to use some of that lemon cleaner you see there on my counter. I'm going to use that to pre-treat some of the spots on my floor that I think is going to be a little harder to get up. I've done this with you guys before. Yes, you can use that solution and mop your entire floor. I'm not a fan of it because I've noticed it makes my floors a little sticky. I don't know anybody else's floors if it does that, but to mine, that's just how I feel. So I will just steam mop the entire floor, and I will put that stuff down first for a few minutes and then just steam mop over it like nothing. It still makes the house smell really good, and it sanitizes because of the steam mop, so it's just a win all the way around. And I do apologize for the blur here. I really have no idea why the camera had such a problem with my bathroom, but I do apologize. Necessarily mind mopping because you get that instant satisfaction of you see something gross in your floor and it instantly goes away. So for that reason, I do like it. But with as much tile as there is in my house, it is one of the daunting chores because it feels like it takes so long to do it, because you have to do the entire house vacuuming or sweeping and then the entire house with mopping, whether it is the mop and bucket or the steamer or even like a little wet Swiffer. It's still that much work. That's why I have thought about getting one of those, the 2-in-1, the vacuum that also cleans the floor at the same time. I cannot think of the name of that thing off the top of my head right now. I know it's by Bissell, but yeah, completely gone at the moment. I have thought about getting one of those. Oh, a Crosswave. That's what it's called. It's called a Crosswave. If you have one, I would really love to know how it works for you, especially if you have a house full of hardwood or tile, so that way I know what I'm getting into. My house always feels like a restaurant when I pick up the chairs like this. I worked in a restaurant when I was 18, 19, 20, around that range. So every night when we were doing the floors, we had to lift the chairs up like this. So it was one of them things that pops in my mind every time I go and I do this with my chairs. It just kind of like brings me a little bit back to that time. And one of the next things I'll be doing, but not on camera because it's gonna take me forever, my grout is awful, and I have a grout cleaner I sampled for you guys, and I can tell where I've used it and where I haven't, so it's starting to bug me a bit. So I'm going to be cleaning the grout in my house. I don't know if that bothers anybody else, but it doesn't bother me until I've actually started doing it in small spots, and then I just see the spots I haven't done now, and it's an automatic thing where your eye goes to. So I've got to fix that.
Just listen, I miss you, and I know that I said.
I love my tile. It's so much easier to clean than a bunch of carpet, but man, doing it all in one swoop, it's a bit of a workout. But hopefully you are following along with me and cleaning with me today, and you guys are pretty well into your power hours, so you should be feeling just about as worn out as I do.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it now, that water is disgusting. Ugh. All right, they already look better, but I wanna see them when they're dry. They're dry and they look a million times better, so highly recommend.
The next place I'm gonna work on is my master bedroom, and I'm just going to apologize in advance. My kids have destroyed this room today, and it's kind of sad to even show you this.
So we have toys and gummy wrappers and Band-Aids, pouches, dolls, clothes, shoes, plates, banana wrapper, completely messed up bed, plates, yogurt wrapper, paper towels that my daughter decided to play with and rip, shoes, toys, the whole 9 yards. More pillows and stuff are on the floor over there. And I'm not even sure what all that is. That's a lid for the pantry and a bottle of water, and yeah, this is just a mess.
And since I'm honest with my channel, I have been piling for the last 2 days now clean clothes straight from the dryer right there into those 2 baskets. So when I'm done cleaning the room, I get to fold all of that. Yep. I've told my kids so many times I don't really want them playing around in my room, but for some reason this is still their favorite place in the house to play. And it gets just destroyed like you would a normal kid's playroom in your home. There's stuff everywhere. And half the time it will also be on my bedding. Today I'm just lucky they did not eat in my bed, because normally there's, you know, chocolate cookie or something smashed right in my white comforter.
You and I know when we are too far apart, everything just falls apart. So I just close my eyes and dream about our kids and how they're running around.
And then over to my dresser, there was something spilled down it. Like, you're gonna see me clean the entire top, and then down the drawers. You can't see it on camera, but you know those marks like on your cabinets in your kitchen where you just see a liquid that's been pushed down it? That's what it looked like across all 6 of these drawers. And then up here as well, if you see that little candy jar, it looks like one of them old-timey bubblegum machines. I found that thing in the Target dollar spot. I saw it on Instagram and I was hoping I'd find one, and they have them in red and in white. There was one white one left in my store. That's Mommy's candy jar. I've already told my kids, that's Mommy's candy jar. Right now it's filled with 3 Musketeers. I love them, and for some reason that's just what I wanted when I filled it up the first time. It goes all the way to the bottom, into the white part. So it is very deceiving. It's not just the glass ball on top, it's a lot bigger than it looks. And you'll see Gwen here, she's gonna start pointing out all the mess on these dressers. It's just adorable. Friendly reminder when cleaning your televisions, spray the rag, not the electronic. It is not good for it. Just save yourself trouble, don't do that.
I can't see the point of pointing fingers. Come on, let's rejoice of what will come. I have made the choice of thinking bigger.
Don't know what they spilled, but the ad did stick to it, so I am gonna have to scrape that off. And I do have boy bands radio playing to keep me nice and going at this point because I'm tired and I know you guys probably are too.
So small, watch the clock ticking off the wall, but tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes.
We've been using these gray sheets on here for a while, and I've just been taking them off, washing them, and putting them back on. But I'm kind of over it right now, so I just want my full white bed back. However, I want a color. I've told you guys this before. I want a color. My sheets are either a red that I bought for like Christmas time, that darker gray, or these white. I want another color. I don't know if I want like a purple or a blue, and then there's so many different shades of those colors. I'm not very good when it comes to stuff like that. I know how to do the neutral tones. I don't know how to put the little pop of fun in there that's not holiday related. So I'm still working on figuring that out.
Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip
my favorite throw pillows. I'm still in love with these things, and I still cannot believe I got them for $1.25 a piece. And then my favorite throw blanket. I don't care what time of year it is, my Buffalo check is coming out. And I'm still trying to use up this peony room spray. There's no way I'm gonna use this stuff up. I've barely used a quarter of this bottle, and I've used it all spring and summer. It lasts forever.
No, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at
We are now entering the fun part, the laundry. Just look at it. This is what happens when I get lazy and I clean the rest of the house, and I'm like, I'll fold that before bed. Oh, I'll fold that before bed. It'll be fine. We'll just sit down later, put on a show, and put it on and just do it. No, it just sits there and turns into a heaping mess like this. So now the only way that I'm going to get control over this chaos is start dividing it up. So right here, I'm taking this into a pile of what belongs to my husband and me, and then in the middle is what belongs to any of the 5 kids, and then on the far right is any towels, rags, dish towels, anything like that.
I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town.
Then I'm gonna take the 2 smallest piles, put them each in a laundry basket, and just focus on the biggest pile, which is the kids' clothes, first.
Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Give me love, give me all your love, oh, 'cause I want you. No one else makes me feel this way.
I handle laundry a couple different ways in my house. It all depends on the day, the situation, everything. Normally, my older 3, they will get their pile once I've separated it out from everybody else's clothes. They will get theirs, take it to their room, fold it, and put away. I've noticed, it's children, this is what they do. They will take their pile and either Aiden will sit it on his dresser and that will be where it goes and that's the death of it. Or Tristan will sit it on his TV stand, or Brianna will put it in one drawer, not folded or anything. So unless I stay on top of it, it literally goes from the pile to just a hole in their room to die. So I will take the extra time most of the time and just fold their stuff. That way I can hand it to them and they're more likely to put it away if it's already folded. Otherwise, I do have to babysit them a little bit more to make sure it gets folded and put away properly. The younger 2 are still way too small, so I will fold their stuff and put it into a pile for each one of their drawers because they have 4 drawers in their dresser. So I will hand Declan his pile and say this is drawer number 2. He will run and take it to drawer number 2 and come back for all the consecutive piles, and so will Gwen. Also, my oldest, he likes to do his own laundry the most of the time. This is a very small pile of his that I folded a few minutes ago, because he does his own laundry. This is just stuff that I find when I go clean the bathroom after the shower and he forgot to take his clothes out of there. I'll just throw them in with the wash as I normally would, but 9 times out of 10, I don't have any clothes to fold for Tristan because he handles that himself.
Right here, I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer, I wanna stay here with you. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. Be who you are and you'll be enough. If you're giving me your love, giving me your love. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. I hope who I am is enough for you.
I'm neither positive nor negative about folding laundry. I can just sit here, turn on a TV, kind of phase out, and fold all this without realizing just how long it's taken me.
Give me love, give me all your love, give me all your love. Give me love, give me all your love, give me all your love. Give me love, give me all your love, give me all your love. Give me love, give me all your love, give me all your love.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life
And it is just like the husband. He has everything else to do and comes in for the final little bit to help me fold. But we're gonna go ahead and handle these towels together. And if you guys have been doing the power hour part, you are officially in the last few seconds, depending on when your timer will go off as to when you started, but you have hit your hour. I hope you guys got so much done and you really get that inspiration of just how much you can do in an hour. It is fantastic. I know I love doing power hours, and I will post one of my traditional power hour videos probably next week for you guys. But let me know what you thought of this one. This is the first time I've ever posted a video this long, and honestly, it felt like it took me forever just to find enough music to piece this thing together for you guys. But I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you got tons of cleaning motivation, whether you're doing the power hour or not. But thank you guys again. Please don't forget to give this one a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in the next one. Good night, guys.